Hi, welcome to Zoe's Zoom meeting tutorials. To turn on closed captioning or subtitles in this video, find the CC button, which stands for closed captioning, at the bottom of the video screen, right over here. If there's already a red underline underneath the CC, it means that subtitles have already been turned on. But if there isn't a red line underneath the CC and it will look like this, press the CC button to turn those captions on, and you'll see a red line appears to show that those captions are on. And then to turn them off again if you want to, press the CC button again, and you can see that the red line has disappeared, showing that the captions are now off. Let's get started. In this video, I will show you how to download Zoom. I'm going to show you everything on Google Chrome, so if you're using another browser, I recommend switching to or downloading Google Chrome onto your computer, so that way you can be able to see everything that I'm describing and showing to you. Google Chrome is a free, easy-to-use search engine. If you need to download it now, pause the video here by going to the bottom left part of the video and pressing on the pause button, which looks like an 11. In this video, I am using one of my previous videos as an example, so it's paused right now, so you can see the white triangle. But if it were playing, you would see this. So then you're going to want to press that 11 to pause the video. And to resume it, just press that white triangle right there. Once you open Google Chrome, move your mouse to the top of the computer screen where your tab is. As you are watching this video on YouTube, you will see the YouTube tab at the top of your screen, which has a small red rectangle and a smaller white triangle inside that red rectangle. That is the YouTube logo, which means that this is the YouTube tab right up here. Now click the plus sign to the right of your tab over here. If you have multiple tabs open other than YouTube, the plus sign will still be on the top, just farther to the right, like over here. Once you click that plus sign, it will bring you to a page where there are search bars. Mine just has one search bar, so I'm just going to type in here, but yours may have one right in the middle. Type in one of the search bars, ZOOM, period, US/download. And then, once you're done typing that in, press the Enter key on the right of your keyboard. You will be brought to this page called the Download Center. You should see Zoom Client for Meetings in the middle of your screen. Directly under Zoom Client for Meetings, there is a big blue button that says Download right here. You have to press that big blue button to download the Zoom Installer application onto your computer. Just to clarify, you first have to download an application called Zoom Installer, which in turn will download the Zoom application onto your computer. Once you press download, you will see zoominstaller.exe downloading at the bottom left of your screen. Double click that and it will say opening Zoom Installer. Then this tab will pop up. In my previous video on YouTube, I demonstrated how to create a Zoom account. If you don't already have a Zoom account, please watch my video by going back into the YouTube tab and scroll down on my YouTube video until you see my username, Zoe's Zoom Meeting Tutorials. Click on that, and it will bring you back to my homepage where it will show you this video, how to create a Zoom account. Click on that, and this is the tutorial that will walk you through step-by-step how to make a Zoom account. If you already have a Zoom account, let's sign in. Press the white sign in button on that pop-up, and you can type in your email and password that you used to sign up for Zoom up here. But if that doesn't work, you can sign in with Google, Facebook, or SSO. Because I signed up for Zoom with a gmail.com account, I'm going to sign in through Google. Once I pressed sign in with Google, a new tab pulled up on my screen. Type in your email address that you used to make a Zoom account. And then, once you're done typing it in, press the blue button Next. Now, type in the password that you used to make a Zoom account. Once you're done, click the blue button Next. Zoom should now launch automatically, but if it doesn't and this banner pops up, press the white button Open Zoom Meetings. If your computer doesn't show this banner and Zoom does not open up, press the blue button Launch Zoom, which is underneath that banner. Now you can see your Zoom hub, where you can schedule meetings, start a meeting, join a meeting, anything you want. This is where you'll do it. Let's set up our camera, microphone, and speaker. Look for the gray gear near the top right of the Zoom Hub tab. Click on the gray gear symbol and your settings will pop up.
First, I'll walk you through setting up your camera, also known as your video. Okay, click on Video next to a small light green box with a white video camera inside, over here. You will see that it turned dark blue. The dark blue shows what section of the settings you're in, and that will help us stay on the same page, literally. Once you click on that, you should be able to see yourself on your computer screen right over here. If you can see this, you're good to go. But if you can't see it, click on this button over here, and you might have a list of other options, but I only have one. So I have to stick with this. And if you can see yourself and you have this option, stay with that option. But if you can't see yourself and you have other options, try clicking on those other options and seeing if you can actually see yourself in the video now. But if you still can't see yourself on the video, scroll down to the very bottom of the page and click on the blue letters Troubleshooting. That will give you a list of tips on how to fix your camera. Keep in mind, in order to see yourself right now, you can't have any other applications other than Zoom that use your camera, for example, Photo Booth. If you have something open that's currently using your camera, you need to close it in order to see your video, and when you go on a real Zoom meeting, you have to close it then too. See if that helps, and maybe that will let you see your camera, but if it doesn't, scroll to the bottom and click Troubleshooting. That's what will help you the most. Next, let's set up your speaker. Go to the Audio tab on the left side of this pop-up with a slightly darker green box with headphones in white. Click on Audio, and you will see that it turned dark blue. That shows that we're now in the Audio section of settings. Now we can select our speaker and our microphone. To test your speaker, click the white box, Test Speaker, over here. You should hear a tune play. You can adjust the volume bar by clicking on the blue circle down here and dragging it to the right or left. To make it louder, drag it to the right, and to make the volume quieter, drag it to the left. You can also increase or decrease your volume at any time by pressing the volume keys on your keyboard. If you did hear that tune play, you're good to go with your speakers. Click on Stop to stop that musical loop. It says Stop now, and once you press it, it'll go back to Test Speaker to show that you successfully stopped the loop from playing. However, if you didn't hear the tune play at all, even after you turned up the volume using this slider with the blue dot or the volume keys on your keyboard, you have to select a different speaker. You can do this by clicking on the box directly to the right of Test Speaker. Mine says Realtek R Audio, but you might have same as System or another speaker. Click on those options and then press the button Test Speaker again and see if you can hear the tune play then. If you can hear the tune play after you select a different speaker, that means that is the speaker that you should use for your Zoom meetings.
Feel free to pause the Zoom tutorial here so you can set up your speaker.
Lastly, let's set up your microphone. For this, press the button Test Mic, spelled M-I-C, and it will change to recording. Then speak any word or phrase loudly at your computer. Then press the recording button and it will play your short recording back to you. This is to imitate what people in your Zoom meeting will be able to hear. For example, hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Make sure to turn up your computer's volume so that you can hear your recording. You can test the microphone as many times as you need to. If you still can't hear yourself talking when the computer plays your recording back to you, even after you turned up the volume, click the button to the right of Test Mic and you may have some options for microphones over here. You can do same as system or any other microphone options that your computer lists. Once you change your options for microphones and you press Test Mic and it works, you have successfully set up your microphone. And under noise suppression, below microphone down here, I recommend selecting auto, which will limit any background noise when you are talking on a meeting. For example, if a dog's barking outside or if a fire engine passes by outside.
It will automatically suppress that.
So anybody in the meeting can hear you more clearly. Congratulations! You're now set up for joining a Zoom meeting. If you have any questions, please go back to my YouTube video by clicking on the upper right-hand corner and then the other one up here to close out the Zoom Hub, and you'll come back to my YouTube video. Scroll down a little bit on the page, and down here you'll see the comments where you can add a public comment. Click on that with your mouse, type in your question if you have one, and press the Enter key on the right of your keyboard to submit that question. And I will respond and help you out. And if you want to access my other video tutorials, click on my username, Zoe Zoom Meeting Tutorials, under the video title, and it will bring you to my homepage where you can see all of my other tutorial videos. Thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful. Have a great day.